And right on time, at least according to my own clock. Wait a minute. Double check that audio gain. Perhaps it is not close enough to my face. There we go. Salutations, class, and welcome back. December is going to be a very, very light month for us, so expect it to be relatively the same schedule from here on out. I might go ahead and do a few events in the Discord. I already have a feeling that tomorrow night, for the MechWarrior Online Patch Day, I will end up playing some of that and might stream it. We'll see how the mood goes from there. Other than that, the only scheduled streams we have this week are the same as what we've had from the prior week. Monday we have Pokemon. And Scrunko, apparently. Wednesday we'll be having more Toho Project. And Friday more Baba Is You. And apparently, a very good mic muffling cat in my way. What are you doing? Without further ado, I think we've gone ahead and warmed up enough. It's quite the chilly evening, and while I don't currently have a recently brewed pot of tea, well, what do you? You know what? No, you're gonna be way too disruptive. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, without further ado, let's get back to exploring, shall we? A warm welcome to Marky. Glad to see you this evening. I've been able to be on time this time. Come on, hurry. Everyone's here, yup. Sorry, everyone. We just got told that the call went out, so we came running. What's going on? Another time gear was stolen. What? Not another one? From where now? Where was this time gear stolen from? Well, it's... what's the problem? Did it happen somewhere you don't want to talk about? Wait! It wasn't the one from... Yes, it was. This time, the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. Huh? But how? The time gear was at Fogbound Lake. Only we knew about that, right? So how could this happen? It couldn't be that a member of the guild talked, could it? What? That was uncalled for. Hey, don't trust your fellow members. Sorry, that was uncalled for. You're right. No one would break our promise to keep that a secret. It'd just never happen. I wasn't thinking. I know no one would ever do that. I'm sorry. Well, it's no wonder that you'd leap to that conclusion. I mean, this horrible thing did happen right after our expedition. Just one moment. I'm afraid I don't quite understand. There was a time gear at Fogbound Lake? I did not know that. Did I not hear quite a different tale about your recent expedition? I recall being told that your expedition to Fogbound Lake ended in failure. I apologize, great Dusknoir. We made a promise, so we couldn't tell even you, Dusknoir. Anyway, a lone intruder stepped into Fogbound Lake, knocked out... We gotta remember this one. Uxie. Uxie? Uxie. Uxie. I kind of like Uxie. That might actually fit a little bit better with the spelling. Welcome to both welcome to both Slasher and Railcon. Uxie. Knocked out Uxie and made off with the time gear. I'm not doing that again. Uxie. Is Uxie alright? Yes, Uxie is fine. He's under the protection of Magnazone's squad. No need to worry. Whew. I'm glad to hear that. Wait, there's more. According to Uxie's victim statement, the intruder's identity has been revealed. Then fess up. What kind of critter are we dealing with? There's already a wanted poster up for the thief. See for yourselves. Dun dun dun. Isn't Trico a potential starter character? It... Hold on, I actually have to look this one up. Immediately. Pokemon Explorers of Sky Starter. By all means, it should be possible to choose a Trico, right? Huh, yeah. But, of course, from the very beginning of the game, you're not going to have the opportunity to evolve. So everyone would be out there looking for your big brother, wouldn't they? This Pokemon goes by the name of Grovyle. Bid. Oof! That's one nasty piece of work. Grovyle. So this is the Pokemon. The thief who's stealing the time gears. This wanted poster just arrived. It was issued based on Uxi's statement. It arrived as part of an all-points bulletin. Oh, that figures. That's why all those Pelipper were flying around. Officer Magnezone obviously doesn't want to see things worsen. They've put a remarkably high bounty on the thieving Grovyle. We promised Uxie. We promised not to reveal the secret of Fogbound Lake. But then this happens. We didn't leak the secret, but... I'm ashamed to show my face in front of Uxie now. Hey, here's what sticks in my craw. The view there has been ruined. And hey, I just can't forgive that. Hey, Guildmaster? Guildmaster! Yum-ta! Various sound effects. Yeah, we aren't responsible for spilling the beans there, but someone did, apparently. Or maybe we have a different plot twist coming up. Everyone, we'll catch Grovyle. We'll catch that thief. I vowed upon the name of Wigglytuff's guild. Chatot, if you will. Yes. Okay, everyone. From here on out, we are putting our full focus on capturing Grovyle. Do your best to bring Grovyle to justice. It goes without saying. Hey! There's no way we can let any more time gears be stolen. Come on, everyone. Let's pull together. Let's do it for Uxie. Wigglytuff. I believe I understand the situation now. I will join in your guild's pursuit of Grovyle. Thank you, Great Dusknoir. Golly, having the Great Dusknoir in our corner is mighty heartening. Hey, we're honored. No, it's my honor entirely. At present, the Guildmaster and I shall confer. We will devise a strategy for finding Grovyle. In the meantime, you should all start preparing to go on searches. Return here when you are ready to leave. Okay, everyone, let's outdo ourselves. Hooray! An awful lot of talking to begin with. Remind me to play fewer mostly text-based RPGs in the future. We should hurry and get ready, Neander. Let's start preparing with a visit to Treasure Town. Ah, more cutscene, right? Oh, no, we're immediately sent over here. Dusknoir has always been one of my favorite designs. I only wish that he was a bit more functional as a character. Well, y'all know the drill. We gotta go get some stuff appraised, just in case there happens to be any Shinx-related items in here. Well, the gold ribbon more than pays for the rest of what we're going to end up paying here. Considerably fewer of the blue items we'd be looking for. Ooh, Stealth Rock. That one sets up traps, doesn't it? I don't think that's a move that I can use, but I do like trap setting playstyles. Ooh, why not Tail? A good find. Self-descriptive. Mudkip mud. What do you got? Reflect and nothing else interesting. We can go ahead and sell that. We've picked up a lot of extra bands, things we don't need. We can go ahead and get rid of the weaker throwing items that we've picked up. Don't need that plain seed. And that seems to be all that we'd want to get rid of. Let's see. We've only got room for 8 more items, allegedly. Is there anything else we'd want to take out? I mean, we'll probably have a lot of bands in here that we can get rid of course. A citrus berry. I'm gonna guess that's significantly better than an orange berry that we've had lying around. Yeah, we're not nearly going to need this many of the orbs. Especially since we haven't had enough time to try them. And we'll go ahead and sell off a couple of those. Are we Scrunko? Scrunko is the description of our Eevee partner. Neander would be for me. Appropriate for a cat. Sell all of those, and we will double check the Krogunk swap shop. Actually, I think since we have missions to be doing the instant we get back, we just go ahead and talk to the guild anyway. I will lend my support to capturing that thieving Grovyle. Let us work together and catch that Grovyle. Where's the shinx that should be on your head? Oh, James. I have no idea what you're talking about. He's been here the entire time. Thank you for the catch. As is the rule, we always forget one thing. Exactly one thing. Now I see everyone's with us. First and foremost, this should go without saying. Grovyle appears wherever time gears are located. But where are the time gears? That is the question, but we have no answer. And, therefore, we've relied upon the great Dusknoir for ideas. Together, we've identified several locations where the time gears may be found. We ask that everyone split into groups and investigate each of these potential sites. First, Ladrid and Corfish. I'm assigning you to the Eastern Forest. That's the huge forest far to the east, of course. Got it. Hey, we'll do our best. Next, Bidoof, Dugtrio, and Sunflora. We'd like you to search Crystal Cave. Yup, will do. Understood. Oh my gosh, I'll search hard. And finally, Neander and Scrunko. You two are assigned to the Northern Desert. The Northern Desert? Probably full of ground and fire types we wouldn't have that great of a time with. Correct. Open your wonder map. Okay. See? This area. The area on the map is obscured by clouds, but the dry terrain starts in this area here. That's why it's rumored that a vast desert extends from that point onward. Just like looking at the biome maps in Minecraft. I have spent hours upon hours trying to get a map set up for friends in multiplayer, and it is always a hassle getting that done. We suspect that a time gear is hidden in the depths of the desert. That is where we're sending you to investigate. Okay, we understand. What about me? Diglett will remain at the guild. We can't very well leave the guild completely unattended. You bet that Shinx was annoying my Zapdos before I found him. It's not currently storming, so it must not have been that bad at the very least. Krog and Kanai are staying behind at the guild too. The work we do at the guild is important too. Let's make sure we keep up our good work. Yes. Now, let's find the time gears, everyone. Yum-ta! The northern desert is not only wide and deep, it is wrecked by vicious sandstorms. Please, do take care. Will do, thank you. Xander, let's try our best. Got any opportunities here? Ooh. Hold on, just double checking. Making sure that we didn't already have an Eevee card, because I remember... I swear we found something that would have worked for him. What's a skip scarf? Ah, for Skiploom. And then a Smeargle. Let's see. What are we least... Oh, it was the Evolve Charm. I think that's in storage. I have a feeling maybe a Pachirisu item might be swappable for other electric type stuff. So let's go ahead and get rid of non-normal and non-electric items. Ah, those are the only items we have for now. Okay, so a lot of electric-specific items. Call it a hunch, but I imagine we'd have to sacrifice a bunch of electric items for an electric tag. Now we do need to go ahead and grab that other Eevee item before we head out. God, I love the little running animation. I love that Shinx just prances around. Runs like a cat does. No, not store. I mean take. Bonus EXP points. Perfect. Disrupt my rhythm, why don't you? And we are off. The northern desert is through here. If a time gear really is here, Grofile should show up here for sure. Let's do our best and find that time gear. And, lucky for us, we can bring the whole squad. I'm glad I finally decided to let them use their regular attacks. Too much of it was just throwing out random helping hands when they weren't helping. Small floor. God, it's been so long since I played this. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember about this game. I don't remember this section of the story at all. Oh. Why do we have that in their move pool here? Wait a minute. Okay, Whooper is carrying the team. Yeah, I don't care about resetting those stat changes. We won't be here on this floor for long. Especially since it seems we already cleared it out. 2 small floors in a row. Yeah, Whooper being the OG. I'm hearing everyone's fallen in love with Clodsire from the newest generation. I, unfortunately, will likely not end up participating. Ow. Welcome back, Epikitty. Look at that, I leveled up. You are new to the channel, so I will give you a formal introduction. Monday is always Pokey Monday around here. So, recently, we've been on a run through Pokemon Explorers of Sky. A couple months ago, we finished our run of Pokemon Black and White 2. We did a little bit of the post-game, but no idea exactly what we'd fixate on after that. Of course, I'd be happy to join Trapinchon. Elekid is a redundancy, so I guess... Well, then again... Trapinch would be too. Wonder when we'll find some all-new mons. We keep running into waters and normals, grounds, and electrics. Could I get a grass type, please? Oh, and we also found a lot of bugs at the beginning. Why does the beginning of this game have so many water types? And welcome, Kayla. I hope everything's okay with the quote-unquote drama. Welcome back, Bronzwa. Congratulations on the debut. I was lurking for that presentation. I wasn't actually, logged in on my VTuber Twitch account. Otherwise, I would have said hi. But if I was logged in at the time, I completely called the reveal that, it would be the fox eyes the instant you actually revealed any sort of, eye presence. Although, I wouldn't have guessed the yellow eyes. So the part 2 was a mix-up. I blocked the mid, but you hit me with the overhead. James, could we get a shout out for Bronzwa? In case there's anyone here who's not, oh, and, do correct me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Anyone here who might be interested in equally soothing voices? Bronzwa here is a bard VTuber. It has little right, Larvitar's not a, dark type yet. You're still rockin' ground. Also, it seems well, both of our voices are silky smooth. Slightly different flavors. But both very pleasing to the ears. Clodsire, but wouldn't say it's your favorite new mon. You really like Scoville. Would that be a chili pepper? That sounds like that would be a chili pepper. Chili pepper. Or chili pepper if it happens to be hybridized with a dog. Yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of the mons yet, though I have spoiled myself on looking them up. I'd mostly be convinced by the personality of a lot of mons. Obviously, I'm madly in love with Tinkaton. Tinkaton. God, if that's a call for anything, that's a call for hydrate. Well, I'm glad we finally have a grass fire type. Been waiting on one of those forever. We also have, if I remember, 2 electric fighting types, which is a type combination I've been waiting on forever. Already full on the inventory. I like Tinkaton. I like, isn't the Pikachu ripoff of this generation the electric fighting? One of the 2. I know the other one is a variant on Hariyama, which I'm really excited for. But I'm unlikely to be playing Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, those names I remember. And Fui, it seems the sinus meds are wearing off, so expect to hear very, very stuffy Xander here in a moment. Hope things go well for you, Bronzewell. Thank you very much for the lurk. And let's go ahead and find that exit as soon as possible. Bad weather, Skrunko still has plenty of health. That warrants a bite, super effective damage, and... not like there's much running away you could be doing right now. Ah, here we go. And I will avoid that combat. Let's just proceed. Go ahead and give him an Oranberry, since we are otherwise full on inventory. Gotta start using those items. Grimy food. Ah. How about no? You know, we really should be using those thorns. We've picked up a lot of them. Funny on the timing there, getting hungry right after taking one bite. I suppose now would be an appropriate time for an apple. That warrants a pop. Oh, right! That's not our Cacnea. Very strong flail out there. That would have been someone I'd be happy to have on the team. We could afford to use a grass type. Let's see, our current issues are ground and fighting. Is that a Rhyhorn? I think that's a Rhyhorn. Thank you, my good man. I'd use Quick Attack, but again, not any bit of a help. We're getting into the dungeons that will change colors as we proceed. And see what a good bit of a spark does. There's also Quick Attack we should be using a lot more often. Ooh, that could potentially be a problem. Does wide slash cut corners? I feel like we answered this question last time. Indeed it does. Right, he's a grass type. I forget. I've played through Explorers of Time before, so everything I'd know would be anything that's unchanged from that version. I haven't played the first Mystery Dungeons, funny enough. So I know a good portion of what's coming up, but that does depend on just what's changed. I imagine the only things that have changed are, a lot of post-game things. I tried getting some of the, later Mystery Dungeons, and couldn't quite get into the vibe. Forgot which one it was. There was, there were a few of them that showed up on, oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. A few more on the later versions of the DS, but I played those games for maybe 3 hours and dropped them. He's gonna put a blockade up here, isn't he? Yeah, that's gonna be some trouble. Whooper, if you would. That is the very, very wrong move. Don't you have something water type? Yeah, he's just not smart enough, I suppose. Why are you stuck there, Skrunko? Is he low on health? No? Immobilized by hunger? Huh. What would have caused that? Because I don't think I've seen that mechanic before. No, you don't. Not that easily. Alright, I think we could afford to be a bit more resourceful. We do want to end up hoarding those Reviver Seeds. Those are our most valuable items. Welcome, Abbott. Delighted to see you. Possibly. I also think it might be something that happens with certain status effects. But I definitely haven't seen that before. Actually, that does serve as a reminder. We are on a timer. So we do want to try to get to the stairs as quickly as possible from here on out. Good bit of level ups for everyone. There's also the windy timer. That's specifically for staying too long on one floor. I will take that. Oh! That is 3 pops in the back. Alright, what's going on with him over there? Quick attack means nothing from here. I have a feeling it just means I'm getting old, Kayla. Let's actually change your tactics. We're no longer over-leveled. So please stay alongside me, Scrunko. You could afford a spark. Ooh, what do we got? Huh. I do like high risk, high reward, but I feel like that's a bit too high risk. Also, we have excellent utility from everything else so far, although it's likely that, quick attack is what goes next. Welcome, Usagi. I'm 27, Kayla, which, by VTuber ages, is ancient, decrepit, prehistoric, if you will. A lot of VTubers out there just celebrated their 19th birthday. So, it's painful. Both on my spine and my emotional state. Yeah, it's definitely young in a lot of other facets of life. But most people streaming around, most people VTubing are going to be significantly younger. It's, the VTubing's kind of a, Zoomer thing. For what I've seen so far. We got anything in the pits? Is this the deepest part of the desert? What? There's quicksand. The sand's getting sucked down here and there. They're like sand whirlpools, but we'll be pulled under if we get close. Oh, there's lots of old VTubers out there, Usagi. There's one, Japanese grandma who became a VTuber just to prove a point to her, grandkids. I don't see anything around here that even remotely looks like a time gear. I guess there's nothing here. Oh? What's wrong, Neander? This feeling. It's like the one I got at Fogbound Lake. I know this place. Maybe I've only heard of this place, but it seems like I've been here before. I can't tell which. Either way, I do know this place. Say, Neander. What's wrong? You seem to be in a daze there. Well, there seems to be nothing here. How disappointing. Let's report our findings to the guild. Let's go home. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and unplug our controllers. Can't wait to get a new one. Unplug and replug. So I come to you for the soothing speech, and of course the Scrunko. The two highlights. Smooth, buttery English breakfast speech, and then occasionally the cat's purr. I have a feeling we're supposed to jump in those, in that quicksand at some point. More of the map's been unlocked. What? So everyone's back from their searches, but nobody found anything. Disappointing. That's what happened, all right. Hey, hey! We went out to the eastern forest just like we were told. But hey, there's nothing really there but the forest. And as for Crystal Cave, yup, it was chock full of crystals. Mighty pretty cave, I tell you. Just like my bear. Ah, where is Cave? He's not here. Darn, that would have been funny. That would have been hilarious if he was here. It was so pretty that I just couldn't help helping myself to a crystal. Oh? When did you pick that up? I was with you the whole time. I never noticed. Bidoof. Our objective was to find a time gear. We all failed to achieve our objective. But you had the nerve to collect a souvenir totally unrelated to the mission. Who do you think you are? Oof, gosh, I'm sorry. I just wanted a tiny treasure for myself, that's all. Dusknoir, sir. I regret to say it. Our search efforts ended fruitlessly. Ah, this is vexing. I thought the search locations we chose held promise. I blame my lack of knowledge. I am truly chastened. My goodness, no! You mustn't blame yourself. Why, it was thanks only to your vast knowledge that we came up with our plan, Dusknoir. Nonetheless, our efforts have ended in failure. That's a fact. But being hard on ourselves is pointless. Let us reconsider our plan. We'll devise a different strategy tomorrow. Yes, let's do that, and maybe find success together. That's how it stands, everyone. Enough work for today. Rest up. Prepare for tomorrow. Understood. And it's dinner time. A bit early for our... I'll wait until we get through this. We should get some sleep too. Let's make tomorrow another good day, Neander. Okay, good night. Alright, yeah. Perfect time for a break. Real quick, I'm already out of tea since we've been doing so much talking. So let me grab a refill a bit earlier than usual, and we will return very soon. And we return with... Already the ice cubes are melted. It's only been about 2 minutes. The tea is warm, but probably appropriately for a cold night such as this. I'll count that as the hydrate, Usagi. It's a little bit warm for me to take a proper sip. Up and at 'em! It's morning! Good morning, Neander. That would have been the perfect time to depart. Right there during the save message. And let me guess, we'll do a couple of miscellaneous tasks. And that brings us back to today. Presently, the great Dusknoir and I are working out a new strategy. While we develop the strategy, we ask you to search for the time gears on your own initiative. That is all. Alright everyone, work hard again today. We're supposed to go search on our own today, Neander. So where should we go? I wonder. We can search all we want, but we don't have a clue. Oh, wait a second. Yesterday, when we were out there, we're gonna go back in and jump in the pits, aren't we? Yeah, we're just heading back again, aren't we? Yes, that's right! Yesterday at the quicksand pits, we assumed that it was a dead end for our search. But maybe there really are secrets there. What's wrong? You seem to be in a daze again. Pardon? You want us to go back to Quicksand Desert? But we were there yesterday. We didn't find anything. What? When we were at Quicksand Desert, you had the same sensations that you had at Fogbound Lake. Okay, I get you, Neander. It must be true. Let's go there again. Back to Quicksand Desert. Actually, I wonder if we have any missions we could have done there. Let's double check. And yes, the community that we have built up is full of so many talented individuals, Kayla. I'm proud of everyone. Amp Plains, Craggy Coast. Nothing for our desert. Right. As always, check the swap shop. For Butterfree. Chingling. Unfortunately, nothing for us. Quite the selection today, though. Especially you, James. I love your art. Your emotes, your pixels, everything. They bring me so much delight. Well, are we literally just... Oh, right! We do get a second phase here, so it is split across 2 different days. Well, we're back. But it still seems like there's nothing here. Just this white sand stretching out in front of us. And quicksand pits. Obviously. Is there something more here? What kinds of secrets are hidden here? It's very faint, but I can still feel it. This place. I know it somehow. But looking out over this, I have to admit Skrunko's right. There really is nothing here but the desert and the quicksand pits. And aside from those pits, there's nothing. Wait a second. If there's only quicksand, that's the key to this mystery. There's no way forward. Or is there? What do you think? Where should we look, Neander? Pardon? What'd you say? You want us to jump into the quicksand? Are you serious, Neander? Are you seriously saying that we should jump in? Okay, I trust you, Neander. I wouldn't. I have faith in you, Neander. It's all thanks to you that I've come so far, Neander. During our first exploration, blah blah blah, we're gonna go back through the whole list with the waterfall and the jumping behind it, even though this time we don't have a vision. I put my faith in you that time too, Neander. I was able to go on then because you helped me be brave, Neander. My feelings haven't changed since then. So let's go for it. Let's jump into that quicksand pit, Neander. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! It's gotta lead somewhere, right? Ow, my backside. But where are we? Is this a cave? We dropped through from way up there. You were right, Neander. You were right. The secret's swirled within the quicksand. Let's move it. It's time to go exploring, Neander. Let's search for that time gear. I feel like I'm starting to remember this BGM. It's been such a long time. A lot of these dungeons I only went through the once. Never had much of a reason to return. Ah, this one's going to be dark. This is our first dark dungeon, right? We're not going to be able to see very far in front of us. We're only going to be able to see the room that we're in and a few hallways around. No longer will we gaze at people from across the map. There we go. Also note that we are out of apples, so it might be good to beeline to the exit, which I just completely neglected to notice was right back here. Why not let a Pokemon that can use Dig enter the sand, since they could get out without much issue? Trapinch, unfortunately, is not part of the story here. But I do like the idea of doing that. I love the kind of games where you're occasionally given little tools here and there. And you gotta figure out how to use them to get inside extra little spaces. You actually get a lot of that in roguelikes just as well. In Barony, for example, there are a lot of locations cut off by, levitation sections. You know, a couple of y'all could step forward, right? I got me a solution there. Formerly, it was only Skrunko who would approach. Avoid the first hit. I don't know if that makes them still approach them. Let's go ahead and try setting them all to that. That might make them still approach their enemies. Yeah, Leap of Faith is kind of a silly little narrative tool to use here. Ah yes, Fury Swipes being ridiculously overpowered. Wasn't there a trick to using like an attack boost, and then a bunch of multi-hit moves? How that was a reliable way to just get a lot of damage out on something. Get out of here while the sandstorm brews. Hoo-hoo! quite a bit of treasure. I've thought about how to implement secrets like that in my future game. So, it's going to end up being a case that inevitably someone's going to have to learn for the first time. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to learn how to do command inputs to make this work. I cannot wait for the reviews page in which there's like 30% of the negative reviews being like, oh, I was having fun with this game until they turned it into a shitty fighting game, blah, 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 something like that. Someone who didn't read the what's on the box, basically. So, recently I've been thinking, there could afford to be a lot of extra exploration and goodies that you could go look for. Perhaps a number of secret areas that you can get into after doing a certain combo as a password. Although if you're lacking the certain moves that you'd need to get through, maybe it wouldn't be possible. You're one of the few enemies we can use Spark on. I do want to give kind of ample open space to do a lot of platforming challenges, since I know there are a lot of people who are going to be inevitably walled off by having to learn their first special move input. There's been quite a few folks I've tried to sit down and get to practice a quarter circle input, for example. It's not that hard by any means, but I know a lot of people are not going to be happy about learning that they'll have to do that. Good night, Kayla. Normally the Skronko would appear about 30 minutes from now. What are you... Right! It must be the item you're holding. That's what it is. Well, that's actually useless. Especially if it makes allies hungry where they shouldn't be. That fixed your hunger, though. Sleep well, Kayla. Huh. I guess that's one way to make it work. Survived quite a hefty bit of damage to get here. You know, we don't nearly get to use Wide Slash enough, but it still has a lot of good damage. That's gonna hurt. Whooper, you handle this one. Yeah, much easier for him. Ah, they're gonna wait a little bit away. Fine enough. Alright, so in that case, change their tactics to go after foes. Now, that would be a really, really cool strategy if they all had stuff like Quick Attack, where they could attack 2 tiles away. But that will not be happening. Let's see. We don't want the heal ribbon. We're going to want probably another, Oh, we can't even take our inventory out here. We'll just be going on. The thorns are great. I guess if we're ever in a situation where we need to fire at someone while there's someone else in the way, we'll just manually remember the graveler rocks in our inventory. We are refreshed on our bite uses, of course. Those guys pack a punch. You guys go on. I'll provide fire support. This actually makes for a pretty good trade-off, given the fact that... Oh, what just hit him? Ah, arena trap. Oh, that'll be interesting. Anyone attacks trap hinge, they'll be stuck in place. Gimme that. So, while we're going through hallways, we'll be in front and we'll be suffering a lot of damage. But whenever we come to a room, we can actually position ourselves a short distance from our enemies. And then let our allies take a lot of the damage. So we'll be trading off, spreading it around. Spark it up again. I'm glad we do have a chance to use that. You're just loving this, aren't you, Trapinch? Quite the hallway. I see how it is. I know we can generally, yeah, we can beat Scorpy pretty reliably. We're also getting level ups a lot more frequently, so... Uh-oh. All the way back to the beginning. Fine. Don't y'all get hurt too much out there. Oh, well, maybe the wrong time to say that. Ah, and that counts as a failure. Although, that should only boot us right back here. Hopefully we haven't lost our important items. Ah, that lost one of our things. Phooey. I'm not one to quit, though. What's the point of a roguelike if you don't accept your losses and move on? I don't like the look of that grimy food, but I think we'll have to. There's a time I was playing Genso Wanderer, which is another roguelike in the same vein. And, I got afflicted with a status condition that took control away from me. And it actually caused my character to destroy a piece of equipment I'd been working on for a long time. Needless to say, after that point, I decided to, recreate my gear to always have immunity to that status effect. But that is one of the interesting things about these sorts of roguelikes. You gotta be able to prepare for a big loss like that. Yeah, so, in that game, you find little, treasure chest items that you can pick up. And, you can find ones that transform the items that put stuff into it. Or certain versions of them that convert items that you put into food. So, say for example, you find a very useless trinket in a dungeon, but you're low on health. So you put an item in the little food chest, and whenever you break it back open, it's full of only food items. Well, while the control was wrested away from me, basically it made my character pick random maneuvers. And one of them was to put their super important equipped item inside of a transform chest, which turned the item I had into a useless little trinket. Well, lucky for you, Usagi, roguelikes are the current indie zeitgeist. So there's one for every scale of roguelike and one for every difficulty. And remember that other game that I was playing the last couple of... Yeah, I don't want to fight too many Tyrannotars. That game that I was playing a couple of weeks ago with Barony. That happens to be multiplayer. And would be able to provide important lessons for keeping yourself resourceful. What are you doing? We are out of oran berries. Peglin and Necrodancer. Very good choices. Recently, Usagi has picked up Dead Cells, which happens to be my absolute favorite. Of course. Of course. Right! Sandshrew gets Sandvale, doesn't he? Skrunko's doing okay out there. If we get a message that a Pokemon uses a move on him, we will bring him right back. Or, of course, it's going to happen literally in one turn. You know, it would be great if, literally the fact that they told me I could change my items here. If that was an actual mechanic that they kept consistent rather than just a random save prompt. You know, games not having consistent mechanics and such. I will say it right now. I regret picking Eevee as a partner. I think Eevee is actually a very bad choice for a partner. That runaway ability put Skrunko into way too much trouble. We were just having a conversation about losing control of a situation. The fact that Skrunko automatically runs away anytime he's on low health can end up leading him into even more trouble. Now I remember why we gave him the heal band. Ah! That will be useful, especially since we have all the grime here. You know, I might actually reload a save soon enough if this keeps happening. We might need to be a little bit more resourceful. Luckily, Eevee will lose that runaway ability upon evolving, so I hope. But I'm pretty sure that only happens in the post-game. We're not going to be able to do that until... basically, we've already beaten the game. Of course. Do it again. And this time hit, please. Yeah, we don't have any healing items. So, keep on keeping on. I always liked the little aura thing that they did at the beginning too. I forgot what color we got. But by sheer coincidence, we picked exactly, or ended up getting the exact right character. Really, that affects everyone in the room. That's dangerous. Did it raise the evasiveness of... Oh no, raise the attack. That's going to be a problem. For what I remember, I'm pretty sure you can't evolve until, I'm pretty sure you can't evolve until you've beaten the Disc 1 final boss. Oh, well, that made things a lot easier. In a tunnel, we'll be able to handle them a lot better. Actually, we got the items, so, easy does it. Let me look that up, actually. Explorers of Sky Evolve. You will need to additionally unlock Marine Resort. This sounds like this would have been very, very late into the game. Oh yeah, it's after we beat the second final boss. So yeah, we are going to be stuck as a Shinx and Eevee until the post-game. Which means we have to deal with the runaway for that entire duration. We'll be able to evolve all of our other party members far sooner than that. But for the actually, I don't know if we'll be able to evolve the partner character. That's literally why I looked it up. God, I literally just clicked on one thing. Where's my answer? Or, well, apparently I seem to have missed it, wherever it was. Okay, so, the responses I see say starters plural, so I assume that counts for, Evie as well. Yeah, we'll be stuck with Evie running away from battle and getting into trouble. Yep, and I can't remember for the life of me what the explanation was. It was definitely some really, really contrived false plot, but... ho hum. Unfortunately, that's what we'll have to deal with. You get sparked for super effective damage. Stay away from there, Scrunko. You're going to get yourself into trouble. Posture check. You are a problem. I mean, if you insist. Look at him. He's got quite the devious smile on his face. And now he's gonna get himself into trouble. Luckily, that was our last floor. What do we got here? This is... fantastic. I didn't expect to see this. This huge lake extending underground. Oh, there's something glowing way over there. That light. I'm sure I've seen it before. That's it! I've got it now! It's the same kind of light that we saw at Fogbound Lake. That means... that light may be coming from a time gear. Let's get a closer look at it, Neander. Wait, it went dark! Wait, what? Who are you? Who said that? Why? Why did you come here? Why? We just came to look for a time gear. Stay away from the time gear. If you won't leave the time gear alone, I'll stop you. Next in the lineup. Who are you? I'm Mesprit. Here at the deep underground lake, I protect the time gear. Protect the time gear? I won't allow you to disturb the time gear. Get ready. And a boss fight. But we do have super effective damage for this one. You know what? I'm gonna pass my first turn. We're gonna have to walk over there. Never mind. You know what? I think that's enough of that nonsense. Let's approach with a bit more caution this time. Especially since now we have the full party. I think we might go ahead and try to equip the heal ribbon anytime that Skrunko's runaway triggers. Don't know why it ends the instant that Skrunko gets into trouble. It's not like I can't just carry him to the end of the dungeon myself. He already barely carries his own weight. Right around the corner, and miss. It's kind of funny, we would have already evolved if we were allowed to meet the conditions properly. Yeah, let's forget the money. Beeline ourselves to the end. When we're in a significantly less dangerous dungeon, we can focus on leveling up and grinding things out. Yeah, one of the other reasons I'm doing my own little game dev project is to address a lot of bad writing tropes that I really don't like. Like a lot of situations that could be avoided if people just communicated. Granted, my writing is not flawless itself, so I'm gonna try to see if I can actually get some other good writers, or maybe some lore masters, to at least poke holes in whatever plots I come up with. I don't need it to be pristine and flawless, but I want there to not be any glaringly huge plot holes. Whooper, please don't step into it. Of course. Granted, I can actually understand that Mesprit would be willing to not believe us if we were trying to warn against time gears being stolen. I imagine Mesprit hardly gets disturbed down here. Yeah, idiot plots are really annoying. They can be funny, but You want to know one reason why I love Outer Wilds so much? It legitimately feels to me like a story with no plot holes remaining. I mean, there were a lot of open-ended questions, but then you start the DLC. I feel like narratively, that story definitely got across everything it needed. The only thing I don't like were the two potential red herrings. Like the fact that oh, what's his name? Feldspar says something about, oh yeah, well, maybe the anglerfish are territorial, so that's why they don't disturb me here. When that's a flat out lie. And while it's certainly possible for a character to lie in universe, you have to be very careful in a game like Outer Wilds, which is entirely about puzzle solving based off of secrets that you find. But any of the questions I had about Outer Wilds story were answered by the DLC. I mean, like, even if it was just, we're also trying to protect the time gear. I don't believe you. Mesprit didn't listen to anything else. The main characters didn't even try. Good writing is when you address the most obvious and likely, counter-arguments. Everyone pour in. Well, I was getting in position to throw an item to deal with him. Tisk tisk. Pretty cool that we finally got ourselves into a challenging dungeon, but really my biggest complaint is just how much trouble Scrunko keeps getting himself into. Although in that case it was mostly just probably my lack of preparation. Alright, much more proactivity. Let's look at our inventory this time and make sure we're ready. We had a couple of sleep seeds that I tried to get into position for, but Scrunko stepped in front of us. What we might want to do... Yeah, let's actually try to use some of our other orbs, especially if they're non-targeted. What are we bonking for, Usagi? Oh yeah, prepare yourselves. It's just about time for Scrunko on schedule. Though right now he's comfortably resting upon his cardboard. He loves his cardboard. The thing that changes how the other Pokemon act. I might want to look for something more specific than that. Oh, the anglerfish. You're going to have fun with Spore. Hey, Usagi. There's very rare parts if you try to travel to a different continent than the one you start on. So next time you play Spore, I want you to go swim out into the ocean. You'll run into... How does this keep happening? You'll run into one of the other continents, and that's where you can get a lot of 4-star parts without much interruption. Oh yeah, the alternate AI. Yeah, maybe I could afford to pay a bit more attention. You know what? Yeah. We'll rein them in. Trapinch can be a bit more foolhardy. And a warm welcome, Aaron. Glad to see you too. We're doing MechWarrior tomorrow night. There's a new MechWarrior patch tomorrow, so if you were interested in picking up that game, that would be a great time to do so. Stop trying to prank Usagi. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm being completely genuine. Why did I say Spore and anglerfish in the same sentence? One of the carnivore mouths is actually an anglerfish mouth. It goes, oh, what was it? It starts off as, I think just a regular fish mouth. Then it goes to an anglerfish. Then a, barracuda mouth, I believe. And finally, the highest level, sea carnivore mouth is a shark. I'm just saying, there's a couple of creatures that have an anglerfish mouth. Yeah, it'll happen. None of them look specifically like an anglerfish, though. Ooh, double ninjas. One of them might be fake copy. Ooh, well done. All right. Oh, never mind. I thought we were gearing up for a very difficult last floor. Oh, this will be the difficult last floor. Check this out. Oh, really? We can only use regular effects for that. Oh, it's considered to be on my team for the duration of the effect. Quick, let's get out of here while he's not a Tyranitar. I'm not a big fan of sand, Aaron. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. Oh, of course our exit is all the way through the Tyranitar room. Is he still here? No, he's gone. Ah, decided we've dealt with too much sand, huh? Now you want it to turn it to mud, don't you? Or am I getting quicksanded here? Hip hop aboard, Hippo. That's gonna hurt. I am not going to die here. Oceans are scary. Unfortunately, they are a very common biome in video games. So there will be a lot of times in which you'll have to learn to fight it. Blottity, blottity, blah, we've already been through all this. Oh, would you look at that? An underground lake. In celebration, Aaron, I think you know that it's time. Hippopotamus definitely has no idea what's going on in that dungeon. There we go. I'm not going to compel myself to completely drown this time. I wonder, does Tommy happen to be streaming? No, he is not. Unfortunate. We will pay attention another time. Blottity blah da blottity blue. Clanky. There's the time gear, we gotta stop it from being stolen, we gotta fight the Mesprit. And this time we got the whole squad. I don't think Mesprit's going to move, so... Ooh, quite a bit. If I made room for Hippopotas, could you get closer? I wonder, how much will this do? Enough for the last bit we needed, but not too much damage. Finally, an easier version of that. But I can't let you take the time gear. Please, listen! We didn't come to steal your time gear, really. Don't lie to me. Okay, so we do address that. We address that in the boss fight afterwards, not immediately before. Uxie used his telepathy to tell me what happened. I know that the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. Pardon? You heard about it from Uxie. That was your doing, wasn't it? No, it wasn't us. Then who's responsible? That would probably be me. Who are you? Grovile. That's Grovile. I must apologize, but I will be taking that time gear. Stand aside. I won't. I won't let you take the time gear. I have no choice then. Damn. Give him a smack. Mesprit, you lost that fight. You sustained serious damage, so don't push it. You're not getting by us. We won't let you take the time gear. All right. Sorry for this. He's so fast. Forgive me. I have no quarrel with any of you, but I'm taking that time gear. The time gear. That thief is taking it. I'm sorry. Uxie must not have been talking about you. It was that Pokemon. I'm sorry for doubting you. Oh, this is bad. We have to get out of here. But why? Before the grayscale filter hits. What's happening? It's happening because the thief took the time gear. So time in this whole area. Time will stop all around the underground lake. Excuse me? If we don't hurry, we'll be trapped in time. Hurry! Run with all your might! I think they could skedaddle a bit faster than that. But apparently not. Clouds lifted over Quicksand Cave in the vicinities of the arid area. If they talked it out before the fight, they probably could have all worked together and put up a significantly better fight against Grovile. Although Grovile is fast, he probably could have outsped a lot of them. Thank you for helping with our criminal investigation. We have Mesprit under protection. Her safety is assured. We are dedicating all resources to the pursuit of Grovile. If you come across any information related to this case, please let us know. We must all cooperate to bring this criminal to justice. That is all. Now please excuse us. Now you think about it, an area trapped in time would appear to be a void, since light could not leave the area. That's actually a trope I've thought about a lot. Usually the trope is just you turn it grayscale, which doesn't quite make sense, but probably would be a good representation of it. Oh, what was it called? Yeah, there it is. Color-coded time stop. usually come in two flavors. Either the time-stopped area changes from colorful to grayscale or sepia-toned, or it may have all of its colors turn negative. Those are the usual common ways it's done. I think the negative is done for, like... I mean, most famously in, JoJo's. Oh, in Rogue Legacy! Well, I haven't played that. Right, Sonic the Hedgehog. That would be a good one. That one, I do remember the time stop for chaos control being often inverted colors. I don't remember this for Rogue Legacy, but I haven't played that game in a while. Would y'all be interested in Rogue Legacy 2 sometime, by the way? I liked the first one, but allegedly the second one just improves on every front, so I'm excited for that. My, I'm absolutely astonished. So there was a lake deep under the northern desert. And that wasn't all. A time gear was also down there. Yes, but about that time gear. Grovile took off with it. And we couldn't even slow down Grovile. Which is just the same as not getting anything done at all. Rogue Legacy would be a lot like Dead Cells, but you don't swap out your equipment as the level goes on. You also have a lot less equipment you're doing combat with. It would be very much in the vein of Dead Cells. But the charm would come from having a lot more of an exploration element. At least assuming the Rogue Legacy 2 dungeons generate the same way as the first one. You'd get an entire world map when you started to run. And you wouldn't have to go through, like, a specific sequence of levels in order, for example. That's not true, by golly. You all did great work. Hey, I think so too. Team Academy can be really proud. But it's a shame about this whole thing. There's no clue telling us what we should do next, right? Not true, Scrunkly Bunk. We made it worse by weakening the Lake Guardian for Grovile. That is true. If we had only one tiny hint. I must agree. Where will Grovile strike next? We have no way of knowing. It's too bad that the opportunity to catch him slipped away. We're back to square one. Maybe not. Not necessarily. Dusknoir, sir. There are some clues. One time gear was at Fogbound Lake, guarded by Uxie, correct? Another time gear was at the Underground Lake, guarded by Mesprit. That reminds me, Mesprit told us something interesting. Mesprit knew that the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. Uxie alerted her by telepathy. Canonically, genderless Pokemon are coded as male and female here. So what does that make Azelf? Token NB? That would be pretty cool. Incredible! Now that is really something. I should have known. There's an ancient legend. It is believed that Uxie is the being of knowledge, and that Mesprit is the being of emotion. But 3 Pokemon in total represent the spiritual world, and are said to keep the world in balance. 3? So besides Uxie and Mesprit, there's another Pokemon like them? Yes. The last of the trio is Azelf, known as the being of willpower. And of using explosion on the second turn of battle. Uxie and Mesprit both guarded time gears. Therefore, Azelf may likewise be protecting a time gear. Oh, I see. If we could locate Azelf, we may find a time gear with the Pokemon, and we may have a chance at seeing that thief Grovile appear. That's correct. Those 3 Pokemon, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, all 3 are said to dwell at lakes. It's a fact that both Uxie and Mesprit were encountered at lakes. As such, I believe that Azelf will be found at a lake somewhere. Let's keep something in mind. Uxie's lake was located on a high plateau. Mesprit's lake was hidden far beneath a desert. In both cases, the lakes were in unusual places. So the lake where Azelf lives, it will be somewhere that we least expect it to be. I get it now! You're saying we shouldn't look for water in the usual places. My. I commend you on your wisdom, Dusknoir, sir. I feel renewed admiration for you. Thank you. It's really nothing. No, no, we too revere you. This is what it feels like being popular, by the way. First, it was you, Dusknoir, sir, who directed us to the northern desert. It turned out that there was a time gear far below the desert. So, Dusknoir, sir, your insight was entirely correct. Oh, so maybe the other places we searched, the Eastern Forest and Crystal Cave. Those places could still be hiding their secrets from us. Ah, I have an idea. Bidoof. Yup, you want me. What can I do for you? I have a request. That crystal you picked up previously. May I borrow it briefly? My crystal? No siree. That's my precious treasure, by golly. Of course. But rest assured we won't take it away, or do anything of the sort. Now, Neander. There's something I'd like you to do, Neander. Please touch Bidoof's crystal. I mean, if he'd trade a Suikin to me, maybe. Should I... Or I should touch the crystal. If a secret remains hidden in Crystal Cave, if Neander touches the crystal, it may trigger the dimensional scream. It may trigger a vision. I see. That's what this is about. Dimensional scream? What's that? It's a special ability that Neander has. Sometimes, when Neander touches something, then Neander has a vision of an event in the past or the future that involves it. Oh my gosh, really? Hey, there's really an ability like that. I desperately wish to borrow the crystal because of Neander's ability. Please, may we? Oof. Okay, but I can't refuse a reason like that. This crystal, what will it reveal? Everyone's watching. I don't know if I'll see anything, but I need to concentrate. Well, Neander, here it comes. The dizziness is starting. And now we get to play the psychic type. Now I'll take it. The time gear. No, you can't take it. Never. That was... Grovyle was trying to steal a time gear. There was also another Pokemon. Was it Azelf? Anyway, the crystal did trigger a vision. Did you see anything, Neander? Neander described the vision. What? You saw Grovyle knock out a Pokemon, one that you've never seen before, and then he tried to steal a time gear. Oh my gosh, your ability is thrilling. Or he could be making it up. How did you get to see all that, by golly? It's mighty hard for me to grasp. Hey, Neander. So that Pokemon you couldn't recognize. Do you think it might be Azelf? I have a question for Neander too. Did you see the past, Neander? Or was that in the future? Come to think of it, visions in the past, visions in the future. It's never clear when my visions take place. So, you're not sure if it's in the past or the future? Well then, since it is impossible to tell if the vision is of the future or the past, then Neander's vision may be of a past event. In that case, the time gear may have already been stolen from there. What? You're saying we may already be too late? Everyone, please hold on. Yes, it is true that it may have been a vision of the past, but it could have been a vision of the future. If you would be so kind, could you remind us what Mesprit said, Scrunko? Who informed Mesprit by a telepathy that a time gear was stolen? If I recall correctly, did you say that it was Uxie? We don't really need to read over all the dialogue that keeps repeating. Yes, you're not mistaken. But the name Azelf, I've never heard it before. I mean, I only know the name Azelf because you just said it, Dusknoir, sir. Then there's still a chance. If Mesprit claimed that Azelf had alerted her about the stolen time gear, then Neander's dimensional scream would surely be from the past. But that was not the case. Mesprit did not mention Azelf. Therefore, it's possible that the event happened in the future. I see. One more point, and this is a sure thing. Upon touching the crystal, Neander experienced the dimensional scream. The vision indicated the presence of a time gear, which means maybe what we seek is in Crystal Cave. Perhaps there is a passage there that leads to a time gear. Yeah, maybe it is there. Of course, we may already be too late, or we may still have time. As long as a chance remains, we must never give up. It is our only option. Hey, absolutely. There's no other choice. We have to pin our hopes on this. Good thinking, Dusknoir, sir. Yup. Oh my gosh, I'm all fired up with excitement. Let's go, everyone. Let's search Crystal Cave. Dusknoir, sir. There's only one thing to do, and that's explore Crystal Cave. Let's go. The whole guild will be involved. Onward to Crystal Cave. Guildmaster, please issue the call to duty. Guildmaster? Guildmaster? Guildmaster, are you with us? Huh? Hey, you gotta be kidding. No, it looks like he's fully asleep, with his eyes wide open, too. Ew. The Guildmaster's so very charming. When do you all suppose he took to snoozing? You think that maybe he's been asleep from the get-go? Oh, no, this just won't do. Everyone might notice that the Guildmaster's sleeping. I must rouse him somehow. Guildmaster! Huh? Guildmaster! Chatod! Yes, Guildmaster? Yes, Guildmaster. To take it from the top, there was... Everyone, we're going after Grovile. Yum-ta! Let's go to Crystal Cave. Hey, there has to be a secret there somewhere. Let's get down to business and start our search. I will accompany you to Crystal Cave. Let's do our best, everyone. Have we started a new day yet? It still feels like it was yesterday. This would be an excellent time. We can't exactly do any saving yet. Let's go ahead and look through here. Lest I forget. We already had an EV card. For what I remember, don't you, combine a lot of items to get a new one? There we go. EV Tail, EV Card, and Evolve Charm. So if it tells us how to find them... Yeah, we gotta find all those items first. But it seems they're all random finds. So we already have an Eevee card, correct? Yeah, we'll be looking for a tail then instead. Alright, before we head off and do anything else. This is our second break time, and I need a refill on tea. I have not managed to take a single sip since we were playing Baba Is You OST. So, see you all in a few. And Professor makes his return. Skrunko appears to be happily laying himself down upon the floor. He is unlikely to visit us. Oh yeah, he's getting himself in a comfy snooze. So, let's bring it on home. We should have 1 more hour remaining. And quite a lot. Okay, yeah, there's the Northern Desert stuff. So we're going to be outpacing a lot of those missions pretty soon. Double check the shops and see if there's any new TMs. Ooh. Even at a distance. I know Focus Blast is a really good move, but I don't know how good its accuracy is. There we go. Range line of sight. I'd say it's worth it. Focus Blast is infamously common in competitive circles. And of course, having a chance to literally Hadouken down a line of sight would be wonderful. Actually, we can't use it on... Yeah, we can't use it on us. I have a feeling we're stepping ourselves into dangerous territory soon, so I will actually put up our coveted Eevee items, and let's go hop for an appraise. I wonder if the names are randomly picked or if they do have a signal of what you can find potentially inside. The cute box had a Happiny Dew. Glittery contained a Teddiursa claw. Let's see if the hard box has something for a rock or normal type. A Grovyle card. It seems like they might just be random. Roguelike games will do that a lot. They'll randomly assign names. Check for any relevant gummies, just in case. Ah! Maybe I am psychic. Perfectly done. We'll keep the 200. We've spent most of our money, so we're not going to worry ourselves too soon. I wonder... Might as well give it a try. Shake it this way, shake it that way, and stir it all around, and it's done. A light, rich flavor. It's a secret exploration spot that now only you know about, nobody else. Bonus dungeons, I suppose. Yeah, I guess whatever grime would have been on the food might have been lost during the blending process. I'm thoroughly confused. Ah, this BGM I remember quite fondly. Somewhere inside this cave, there should be a passageway that goes to Azelf's Lake, but it'll take us forever if we search every step of the way. For starters, let's go as deep as we can. Let's try our best, Neander. Let me guess, that's going to be the signal that we'll just have to make an initial run through here before we actually do anything. Initial run will come to a dead end, and then we'll start again tomorrow. But baby steps. It is always good to get yourself a bit familiar. Finally, we have a posse of all different types. Trapinch follows along because Flygon is an excellent evolution to have. Eventually, when we get to that. Curious that there's a sandstorm inside of a cave. Although actually, if that would be like crystal dust, I have a feeling that would shred your lungs. That'd do a lot more than just 3 damage. A warm welcome to Mal. How you doing? Ah, right, I'll need to talk to Leviathan, see if she's up for a good spot of Mech Warrior tomorrow evening. I don't know if she's made a schedule yet. Been looking for a while, but quite busy. Big same. Might as well. Aha! Well done, Skrunko. We do want to make sure Trapinch keeps safe. Well, everyone should keep safe. Guard him while we wait for an Oranberry. Tactics. Please follow along, Trapinch. We don't want you getting into any trouble. Actually, I suppose there might not be too much harm in fighting the enemies here. It seems we're not going to have to run into too many ground types that will give us trouble. So get the EXP grind on, and we'll do quite well. Oh, what a fool I am. Excellent find. I wonder if Sand Tomb locks them in place. This is the first time we found 2 of the same Mon, right? I'm going to say no, just for the moment. I never ran out of, guild space when I played this the first time, but just in case, let's not get our parties too full, shall we? Gee, isn't that great? Let's try this again. Okay, that was all we needed, but I did need to make sure. So much for getting the grind on. Graveler's still going to be a bit of an issue. All 3 of them. They're everywhere. Let's not head up over to the top there. You are good experience fodder. I would hope they'd join us, but I know that you can only recruit some of them, not every single one. It's kind of a shame. There is one dungeon later in this lineup which has a huge number of Pokemon I'd love to recruit. But alas, you have a 0% recruit chance when you get there. A link bot. Oh, that's an evolution item. That's right. Nothing we can take. Ooh, the palette swap. Although I think that might actually also be a tile set change. Gotta love yourself some colorful dungeons. I do personally love a lot of crystal environments too. You know you can use actual moves, right, Viper? With so few items. I hardly would have guessed that would have been a monster house. Ooh. Ah, never mind, I was wrong. Come here. Now would be our differently scheduled than usual Skrunko intermission. Sing for me, my darling. Don't do that. Go on, find yourself a Okay, fine. Come on. There we go. He's being awfully quiet tonight. Go on. More towards the mic, please. There we go. a Scrunko intermission. Also, it might be a little bit weird just staring at my model for that entire interaction. Reducing the volume again. We are free to resume. Actually, I might go ahead and... Well, you arrived here late, Avid. Oh, right. Everything's still on a very, very quiet volume scale. So I might need to do a little bit of work on that front. Fine. We will gently leave the game audio quiet. And I will turn the mic gain back up so hopefully you can hear the lad. Ow, ow, ow. He is quite the lap cat, and I love him. Okay, game volume going back on. Set that back to the 15 that it usually is. And audio should be readjusted. I'm sorry for those of y'all that were enjoying Scrunk Time. I did want to turn back up the audio for anyone who's not usually familiar. After all, if someone walks in and sees or hears no game audio and then weird cat purring, I mean, it might be possible for more clever viewers to piece together what's going on. I need a Scrunko intermission scene. Perhaps I'll set one up soon. Oh. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Tis but a very, very small cost. Scrunko now sits very comfortably upon my lap. No more loot bags. We're doing just fine. Oh wait, that's not our Wormadam. That one was an enemy. We can see the stairs are up here. I'll take those iron thorns and proceed. Seems like this is a pretty long dungeon. Though it might only end after like 10 or 12 floors or so. Golem is someone we might want to avoid. Although I will gladly take those stat buffs, for sure. Oh! Yeah, welcome to the team. What a strong fella to have. I'd use quick attack, but that would do nothing to shield on. You two go at it. Very well done. What's very interesting is a lot of the moveset metas around this game would probably change, given the fact that there's a good number of moves that hit at a distance or would hit the entire room, such and such. Powder Snow's been very ridiculously strong, hasn't it? Gee, thanks. I forget, does the move Dig open up, floor tiles? I feel like that would be a very useful utility move to have. Be very careful, we don't want to get ourselves hurt. Scrunko has decided to depart. Oh, never mind, it still does pretty decent damage. I guess they wanted to avoid a lot of, quadruple resistances. I know they have, immunities prevented. If you hit something that you should do 0 damage to, it still does a modicum of it. I see a statue. That means we're only halfway through, aren't we? Oh, Xander, over there. Look at these 3 giant crystals. They're in different colors, too. It's obvious that they're not like any of the other crystals. On the way here, we didn't see anything out of the ordinary. So these 3 crystals must be clues, Xander. They must be keeping a secret. It makes sense. I feel the same way. On the journey to Fogbound Lake, where we met Uxie. Get the statue. Groudon Stone statue held the secret. Then, on the way to Underground Lake, where we met Mesprit. Jump right into the sand pit. They do a lot of flashbacks. I wonder why the writing is so full of flashbacks in this one. It should be like the other 2 places. There should also be a secret here. Oh, wow! This crystal changes color when you touch it. This crystal changes color when you touch it, too. This might be a clue to solving this place's secret. See for yourself. Touch one of these crystals, Xander. The color does change when I touch it, and it can change into a variety of colors. 3 crystals. Changing colors. What could this all mean? Potentially a short cryptography puzzle. Shouldn't be difficult at all. I see. Of the 3 spiritual elements of knowledge, emotion and willpower. Azelf is the being of willpower. Willpower is the motivation that drives us. It's a unifying power. To unify is to make one. So if the colors of the crystals were made one, the path should reveal itself. What is the color of Azelf's spirit? That is the question. Azelf lives at Crystal Lake. Then Azelf's spirit must be affected by the crystals. That was, unlike my earlier experiences. All I heard was a voice. No, that's wrong. This happened once before. It was at Groudon's statue. I heard only a voice that time too. But why does that happen? Why did I hear only a voice then, and now? Hey, is there something wrong, Xander? Oh, did you have another vision? Did another dimensional scream come to you? I knew it! So what did you see? According to that voice, Azelf is the being of willpower. The voice said the crystals should all be made one color. Make the crystals one color. That's it! I need to match the color. These 3 crystals need to, once again we have reiterated, all the same color. This is what happens when you try to invent a puzzle game for kids. Now, what's the color supposed to be? The color of willpower. That must mean the color of Azelf's spirit. Azelf lives at Crystal Lake, Crystal Cave, and Crystal Lake. Is Azelf's spirit as clear as crystal? Or, no, could it be the color of cold water? I guess you're really convinced now. Okay, you should do whatever you need to, Neander. Try solving the secret of the 3 crystals. What can we get rid of? We'll be fine. So, presumably, yeah, blue like Azelf's color is. This would be a great spot to stop Groval, since the way is still locked. Leave it as is and assemble the guild here to fight them. I was actually thinking that too initially, Aaron. Have a yellow up here, a pink or red over here, and then a blue here. And there we go. A trimmer! It's dangerous, Neander. Let's back off. You've been waiting for that one for a long time, haven't you, Aaron? I have a feeling you were going to use that at some point on one of these streams. What is this? There's a big jagged opening in the middle. Do you think that we should go through here? Maybe that leads to the lake where Azelf lives. Those 3 crystals were the key, Neander. They opened a path that may lead to a time gear. Let's go, Neander. We're off to Azelf's lake. And deep with... Oh, here we go. No, I'm talking about specifically the, you blew it up. Being a joke that, I imagine you would have been sitting on for a while. Especially with me being a mad engineer of the sorts. Inevitably, I would invent something that would explode when it's not supposed to. If it so happened to be of the correct blue color, well, speaks for itself. I'm just saying that the blue pun is a pretty common one to make. Like, oh, what was it? Is it the guy from The Office? Or, you generally don't pre-plan your puns, but I imagine there's a few you have waiting to use sometime in the future. Oh, it was Arrested Development. That's right. That was the one. That's a very popular pun to make. Anywho, continuing. Trapinch is getting up there. Probably eligible for evolution pretty soon, but I think it's like halfway through the main story that we unlock that evolution. If only the dash function would stop you a few tiles short of an enemy. Rather than immediately landing you in trouble. Ooh, another band. I mean, give it to someone to hold, even though it's not useful on anyone but the main party character. Huh. Where could that exit be? You get sparked for the one-hit KO. Probably south of this floor, isn't it? Indeedy do, there it is. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be. Actually, I'm not scared of a float soul. Okay, maybe I should be. Bagon picked up the Reviver Seed. Hopefully that effect doesn't apply if we KO him while he's holding it. We'll see. Now is an opportunity to test. One of the biggest things about roguelikes is testing the boundaries of what mechanics you can get. Oh boy, there's a pun coming, isn't there? Go ahead, Aaron. Tell me why everything is in the last place I expect to look for it. Because you stop searching after you find it. Legitimately a word of wisdom, I'd say. Sure, hop aboard. Golem's great and all, but I'd prefer the type versatility. Not that we need any more help dealing with Float Soul. Who seems to be quite fond of just dodging. Alright, I'm not gonna keep running around in circles looking for Bagon. Yeah, it's not a pun, but a dumb joke. I think more specifically it's about being in the last place you would look for it. So it's not about where it is, it's where you expect it to be. Yes, Xander is very fun at parties when I explain the joke, or try to find a reason for it to not be a joke. Lots of useful seeds. You get bitten. Oh, yeah, never mind. I guess we didn't need that help. So, Scrunko. Doesn't seem to dislike. Isn't that a neutral response? I thought orange gummies were supposed to be the fighting types that normal types crave. We're coming through here awfully quickly. Running low on points for every move. Ooh, well done, Scrunko. They got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Also, I think I need to turn on my, filters again, because I do hear my roommate. Yeah, he was doing groceries in the doing the dishes in the kitchen. Ah, pressure, how dare you. I actually haven't watched Idiocracy. Big surprise, I know, but... It has Terry Crews in it, right? I have a personal goal to watch everything that has Terry Crews in it. He's one of my absolute favorite actors. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is also good. I love Scary Terry. He just says what regular Terry's thinking. Yeah, I think Terry Crews was the president in Idiocracy. Oh! Look, Xander, it's the lake. Fantastic! Look at all those crystals sticking up from the surface. Is this lake where Azelf lives? Probably closer to the green beam in the distance. In the middle of the lake, where it's like an island. I think I see someone. Let's go. Oh? What's happening there? That's Grovile. Now I'll take it. The time gear. No, you can't take it. Never. This is what I saw in my vision during that dimensional scream. The vision I saw then. It was an event in the future after all. Who's that over there? Azelf? If it is, Azelf's in trouble. Let's go help. Here, hurry. Now, sunk down there. That is the time gear, isn't it? Fine then. Azelf, wasn't it? I must apologize, but I must take that time gear. Wait. Hold it. Grovile. You know, my name. Grovile the Thief. I heard from Uxie and Mesprit that you were coming. It would have been better if I just knocked you out directly, but I also thought that I could possibly lose. So I set up a failsafe system. What? What did you do? Tremors! The lake is covered by crystals. There's no way of getting at the time gear. Grovile, the time gear. You'll never get it now. Even in exchange for my life. You'll never... You! I mean to have it, and I will get it. I need the time gear. Even if it means eliminating you, Azelf. Stop! You're not taking the time gear, Grovile. I have no quarrel with you. Out of the way. No way, you can't make me. Are you serious? Then if you won't stand aside, you leave me with no choice. I'll knock you out first. Just try to stop me. Boss fight. Not very likely to move from his spot, is he? None of the orbs will work. I was just checking to see if we happen to have any seeds, which I think do work in these boss fights. Let's get everyone to proceed forward. The move failed. Ah, it doesn't cut corners now, does it? Yeah, we can still have everyone effectively wail on them from here. You figure he would have used Growl much earlier. Ah, Flail, always coming in clutch. Ah, yes, the classic RPG trope. You win the battle, but they still smack you out of the way in the end. You know, I'm actually a lot more fond of the battle you're guaranteed to lose in that case. You know, where occasionally they'll pit you up against a much, much, much stronger fight that you lose, and then it still continues the plot after that, rather than the usual game over. I can't talk, but I won't step aside. Ever. You refuse. Then you leave me no choice. No! Skrunko's in serious trouble. But I can't move. Yeah. This is all for the time gear. Forgive me. Stop. Oh, it's your boy. Dusknoir. Are you alright, Skrunko? Please, let me handle this. Ah! You. It's been too long. It wasn't easy finding you, Grovile. What was that? The great Dusknoir knows Grovile. Gah, even here. You chased me even here. You're tenacious, all right. You cling to me beyond expectation. Grovile, you're not getting away this time. Dusknoir, I'm surprised to see you in this world. But I'm ready. So you'll fight. Then so be it. But can you win? Against me? Grovile vanished. That blasted Grovile. He never intended to fight me at all. There's no escaping me. And he's gone. What just happened? I don't understand. Trying to move, but I can't. I can't. Feeling faint. Hey, there! There they are! Hey, come on, hurry. Oh, golly, they're down. Hey, are you alright? They're badly hurt. Hurry, we need to get them back to the guild for treatment. Alright. Crystal caves unlocked. Yes, let's go ahead and save. And actually, I have a feeling we'll get some cutscenes following, but that really does feel like it's going to be. Oh, whoops, that was the completely wrong button. That does feel like that should be a good stopping point because I have a feeling we'd get an entire whole nother day after this if we kept going. I'm going to go ahead and use what would be the following 10 minutes, and I'm going to make sure I can get a schedule uploaded to Twitter and to our Discord. Of course, it's going to be the same as last week, with possibly doing some MechWarrior Online in the Discord tomorrow. Other than that, Toho Project on Wednesday, and Baba Is You on Friday again. Who in our group of friends might be doing a bit of a game right now? Ah, got a really, really cool neon white. That's something I've been looking at for a while. Let's go ahead and line up a raid for our fellow VTuber professor. I've had a very, very fun stream tonight. I've been able to speak a lot better than usual. I'm guessing the silences are just doing well tonight, so for once, I'm not being too stuffy. But yeah, I really need to call it a day since this is a very, very dialogue heavy game, and since it doesn't have voice acting to fill the space for me, my voice needs a bit of a rest. Go ahead and give Professor a Skrunko raid as usual. associated with a couple of. And I still need to make sure we can get the emotes right. There we go. Epic Kitty, I don't know if you've joined our Discord yet, but for anyone else who might be looking here and isn't a part of it, I'm going to be playing MechWarrior with the Discord tomorrow evening. I'll also be uploading the schedule there or on Twitter, but I'd be quite proud if you happen to not have a Twitter. In fact, before I became a VTuber, I didn't either. Could build a cabin with all those dialogues. Thank you, James. Picking up the torch from Aaron, I see. Alright. Discord link posted if you are interested in joining. We actually have been hanging out in there a lot more often lately. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you all on Wednesday. Thank you everyone for your attendance. Class is dismissed.